It's a base engine, but all of the performance options. So 4-cylinder, 2-liter, turbocharged. This is the B46 engine, and it's just great little engine. BMW puts in everything from the Mini Cooper all the way up to like an M235i, etc. And so it's really a workhorse. Here in this particular configuration, it's 255 horsepower, 280-ish pound-feet of torque, something like this. Interesting spec on this car, as mentioned. It is a 430i, which is, again, the 4-cylinder, but it has the dynamic handling package and M Sport. So all of the sporty stuff you can possibly get with all-wheel drive with the base engine. And we're at the IMI Motorsports course here. Little complex. It's really awesome. Great little facility in the Denver area. And what I want to find out is, has BMW truly lost sort of its fun to drive characteristic? You know, BMW's been known for making some of the best sports sedans over the years for a very long time. And now with the 4 Series, this is arguably their most controversial car. And the reason I say it's the most controversial is purely down to the styling. The front end grille, I think a lot of people just write it off and say, oh, it's ugly, not interested in it. And you know, they don't think they give it a chance to see how it drives or performs. And so that's what we're here to find out. We're on Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. We have a 225 front, a 255 rear. We have the car in normal mode right now. Let's see if it's any good when we turn it up. So into Sport Individual, which is, I have everything set to full sport steering, or sorry, engine, suspension, the whole bit, but steering is in comfort. And let's turn the traction control off 1 notch to dynamic chassis control. Knock it over into manual mode. Start seeing how this thing drives when we push it a little bit here. Well, instantly you can tell that this car is heavy. 3,500 to 3,900 pounds depending on spec. This one's closer to that 3,900 pound in the all-wheel drive with all the sporty stuff. Man, does it get a move on though for being a little engine. This thing rips pretty good. Sounds good too. Up over the hill. Yeah, love the suspension on that compression right there. So this is, you know, not the fastest 4 Series you can get. It's actually the slowest you can get in our country here. In the trims above, you can get a 440i with the B58 6-cylinder engine, or you can get the M4, which is, you know, hugely capable, especially in competition package form. Now, personally, would you go for a, would I go for a 4 Series coupe or a 3 Series sedan? Well, I've owned a 3 Series and M3 and really loved it. That's what I would go for. But this is a couple inches longer, about an inch and a bit wider than the 3 Series sedan. And so it should give it a little bit more of a planted feel. And instantly, the harder you're pushing it, the more the car is showing its capabilities. Revving all the way out to 6,500 there. It doesn't seem to die off at the top end. Brakes feel nice. It's got the M Sport brakes, although BMWs notoriously have been under-braked. Big power, early upshift, a little bit of a lift. Whoa, little waggle on the rear when we get the weight off the car. I think we'll be able to just take that at full throttle next time. Let's see. And now we're really going to set a hard lap in this thing. So let's go. Wide open throttle, screaming down the straightaway. Coming in under braking. Wow, really good grip. Little dusty through there, that's okay. The X-Drive system doing a really good job of maintaining a rear biased feel, but also using the front tires to pull us along. Yes, this car is better the harder you push it. But you just can't deny this would be more fun rear-wheel drive. Thank you for not upshifting at redline there, BMW. Big power. Love it. And just the normal traction mode, coming in hard under brakes, is allowing for enough slip to have some fun. And it's staying out of my way. Whoa! Definitely feel the car get light up over that hill. In through the tight section again. This car is big. You can't hide the size on a track this small. And big power, come on. Yeah, this thing really starts to screen up above 5,000 RPM, which is interesting for a 4-cylinder because normally they, you know, have a lot of mid-range torque, and this makes peak torque down like 1,500. So yes, this is good. Am I having fun though? I guess not as much as I would like. So let's turn DSC fully off. There we go. No driver aids now, just the way I like it. And we'll see if we can have any sort of angle or fun with this xDrive system. Certainly it's got the right tire on it. This track's a coarse surface, so moving around. Let's be a little bit more aggressive on it. Big power, come on. A little bit, but it still sends the power to the front when we get a little bit of oversteer. Leaning on those brakes, they're still performing well. Big power early, come on, oversteer. There we go. Up over the hill. Yeah, so overdriving the car yields very little rewards. You're just sort of, feels like you're just bombing around in a cruise ship. And that's honestly not that fun. Great 7/10ths car, but as soon as you start driving it like your hair is on fire or a bit of a hooligan, it does not respond as well as I would like. So let's jump into something special I brought to see if we can have a little bit more fun in that. And that is this car's cousin, distant cousin is what you would call it. Let me explain why I brought this car along. I have brought along this to maybe prove a point. We are in the 2021 Toyota Supra, but not the 6-cylinder, the 4-cylinder, which is the same engine, mind you, as the BMW we were just in, but it costs $13,000 less. This one is rear-wheel drive, of course. You cannot get an all-wheel drive Supra. And instantly, I feel like I'm in a much more special place. The seating position is lower, but not low enough. And I have this really cool view out the windshield that makes it feel like you're actually in something pretty sporty. And same engine, same transmission, but I'm curious to see if there's any tuning differences. So let's go into Sport. Wow, instantly much louder exhaust. We've saved about 500 pounds of weight. Oh, it's so much faster down the back straight. Whoa, big difference here in acceleration. The car weighs so much less, so much more eager to move. Traction control is blinking away like crazy on me. And so, why did I bring a Supra to the 4 Series video? Well, you know, the 4 Series felt really good as an individual example that I've just sampled. Let's just turn everything off, traction control, all the fun stuff off. But you buy a 4 Series, of course, to be a BMW. But this is a BMW underneath. And, oh, is it fun? Oh, yes! This is fun. Now we're starting to have a good time here, folks. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what I wanted from the 4 Series. And this weighs what the 4 Series, back when it was called a 3 Series Cube, used to weigh. It used to be fun. Oh, wow, does it just rocket down the back straight into 7,000 RPM, full brakes, pitching it in, big power, big skids. Up and over the hill. This is what I'm talking about. And this is the kind of reaction we should be getting from the 4-cylinder 4 Series. It should be the enthusiast choice. But unfortunately, I think the BMW has just gone a little soft, a little refined, and it's lost this character that it once had. But good news, you can buy this one. This Supra is for sale. You can go to a dealer and buy it. Not this particular one, but You know what I mean? What a difference here. Should we just do one last little skid? Why not? Pitch it in, big power. That's what I love. You have to wring it out. You have to use full acceleration. Certainly you can buy the 6-cylinder Supra. Video coming on that very soon on this channel. And thank you for watching another Out of Spec Reviews video. It is the Supra versus 4 Series, and on track for fun, the Supra wins by far. And guys, here for the performance battle of the 4 cylinders, the Supra is far superior out here on track. Not even a question. There's no question though that the 4 Series is a fantastic performance car. Just look at the way it looks. It's much more beautiful, I think, until you get around to the front. But the grill is growing on me. It really is. And you know, it's just a much more sophisticated design and car. But personally, I would go for the Supra because it's much more fun and lively and wants to dance around out of corners. And, you know, for being the same engine, this seems to have a much more sporting character. A lot of that comes to the noise of it. And just take a look at how cool this thing looks too. You know, while the BMW might be a little bit more grown up, this is young and happy and wants to have fun. And it's actually on a bit more tire as well. It's on 255 front, 275 rear. So a bump up front and rear, a bump down in weight, a bump up in engine responsiveness, I think. And overall, for, you know, roughly $10,000 to $13,000 less money, if you're looking for a track weapon for the weekend track days, the Supra is the way to go.